right. We have head coach Adam Fisher and Steve Settle. This is the second time this season that Temple has placed 6 players in double figures. Steve also tied a career high with 5 steals in the game. We'll get a statement from Coach, and then if we can direct questions to Steve first, please.
I'm good. Let's get right to it. Whatever questions you guys have for Steve, we'll start.
Steve, right, for us watching, we're like, oh, right, they're playing a D2 team, might not have to play their best. Did you guys avoid that? Did it take a little time to avoid that?
No, I mean, we come in, Coach says the most important game is the next one, so we prepared for this game like we do every one, and we had the same mindset we do every game. We try to come out and compete, and just take a step forward today.
Did it get, maybe the team, it seemed like, I don't know, about halfway through the first half, they got up to 7 fouls. They were playing physical, some inbound plays. Did that catch the attention of you guys and, I don't know, get it going a little more? Because it was right around there where we made a big run.
Yeah, Coach had told us they were going to be physical coming in, and just to kind of stay out of it, and don't get into it, and don't make it chippier than it had to be. So credit to our team, stayed disciplined, and now we were able to keep our heads and make a run.
Any other questions for Steve?
I have a question. Coming off a game like this, what is your mindset going into the game on Saturday?
It was obviously a good win for us, and give the guys a lot of confidence. So we have 2 days prepared, and we're going to approach this next game. It's our most important game of the season, and we're going to try to get a win.
Why is it the most important game of the season?
Because this is the next one.
Sometimes the headline can be a little different, so I'll make sure.
How do you feel like, you're just looking at numbers, right? You're shooting like in the 20s coming into today. Where do you feel your offense is fitting in and just getting going here?
I mean, this is the first couple games of the season. Obviously, I'm not shooting the ball or being as efficient as I would like to be. But the coaches none of my teammates have lost any confidence in my ability. I feel like the work was always going to show. And these guys know what I can do. And Coach Fish, he's going to continue to give me confidence. And so I'm going to have to shoot the ball, and I'll be better. But it's only game 8, so it's got a long season.
I'm from DC as well, so I do want to say, first of all, like a lot of people back home have been watching. I think you're doing a great job this season. I want to say, like, you being from DC, how do you think that like feeds into like how you play or like how you go into a game?
I think people from DC just play with a chip on their shoulder. I think I've always kind of played with that chip on my shoulder and just play with a lot of passion and energy. And that's just kind of, I don't know if that's why, or I don't know if it's because I'm from DC or if it's just how I play. But I love being from the area, and I just try to carry that with me. And I appreciate the support, and I've been getting a lot of love from DC. So, like I said, I appreciate the continued support.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, when you look at, right, coming into today, Steve's shooting in the 20s, Sam shooting in the 20s, Hazier's sort of in the low. Did guys work, I think, a quarter of the way into the season? Are guys taking the right shots and just not hitting? Or
Yeah, I think
the offense in that sense?
I think for the most part we are taking the right shots. We watch a lot of film, and brand new team. We're trying to figure some of the pieces out together. We've been going through that, but I'm proud, man. These guys are going to keep shooting, and I want them to have the confidence. They work on their game. This team is in this gym on their own, outside of the required practice time, all the time, pre-practice, post-practice. So when you come in like that and work like that, you earn the right to take the shots. So they're going to keep shooting.
What do you think of the trajectory of Jordan Riley right now?
Yeah, he missed a bunch of time early, so he's just starting to get back into it and get a feel. I love the way he's rebounding the basketball right now. He's scoring it. He's doing a lot of good things for us. He's guarding. We got to cut down some of the turnovers, but again, it's when you have a new team and you have a guy that's missed a bunch of time right as you're getting ready to start the season, he's got to come back into it. So he's done a great job, and I think he's getting better with each practice and each game.
Kind of going off of that, how important has his athletic ability been in the absence of Jaleel White, kind of on that defensive end?
Yeah, he's been great. We asked him to do a lot. We asked him to guard, sometimes the other team's best player. Then we ask him to guard the point guard. Now we're asking him to guard a 4-man. So his length, his physicality, it's been really good for us, his versatility.
What would you say is one area that you kind of like want to improve on going into the next game?
Just looking at from today, like 15 turnovers, it's way too many for us. That's something we talked about as a team. So I think we average around 9 a game. So being 6 over was something that we need to clean up and get a little better. And we'll work on that in practice. And then we got to get back again to our free throws, 14 to 20 tonight. So it's 3 straight games where we haven't shot where we were. A week and a half ago, you're number 2 in the country in free throw percentage. So I think those 2 areas.
With this year, he had a very good night rebounding and passing, but what do you think needs to unlock for him shooting-wise?
It's going to come. I mean, he's a plus 30 tonight, right? So I know we look at his shooting numbers a lot, and he's 3 of 13, but man, he was doing a lot of great stuff when he was off the ball, and to be a plus 30 is really hard to do. So his shot's going to fall. We know it is. I got to do a little bit better job of getting him a little bit more rest. He got a little bit more rest today than normal, so we'll continue that. We'll get ready to go to New York.
Coach, any update on Jaleel White and what you expect to see him on Saturday?
No update, and hopefully we'll have a meeting with the doctor beforehand and see what he says.
Once White comes back, there's only so many minutes to give out. Is there anyone you think could maybe kind of get bumped down in the rotation with White coming back in?
No, I think it's you see the way we go about it is the 5 best guys at that time that are giving us the best opportunity to be successful be out there. Like Shane Dezzoni had 2 great practices, great, and then you look at him and what he did today, like there's a correlation, and that's why I tell our guys all the time, it's about practice for me. You got to build these habits. You can't just come in the game and think I'm going to do this. So he has 2 great days, boom, right? Quante before LaSalle has 2 great days, and now so that's where you earned it with us.
As I look at a player like Shane Dezzoni or Quante Berry who stepped up in Jaleel White's absence, what do you say about sort of the next man up mindset of this team?
I think we have 14 guys, and that's our biggest thing. We talk about it all the time. It's 14 guys. We need everybody, right? You have to have a scout team. You have to have guys preparing, and you have to have guys ready when your number's called. I said at the end of that LaSalle game, I don't know if that lineup's ever been out there together, right? But you got to be together and connected. And that's the biggest thing. I think our leadership in the locker room has been really good, and it comes from the players. If it's always the coaches, it's not the same. But I think our guys have had great leadership for that.
And then one more, Zion Stanford, he continues to keep playing at a high level. What do you think about his performance tonight?
I think he scores the ball really well. He can do some good things, and I challenge him. He's got to get better defensively. He knows that. He's working on it. It's something we talk about with him. But I know he can do it. He comes from a great high school coach who preaches defense. Probably sits in a stance more than Z does right now. So he'll get that. But I like some of the stuff he's doing offensively. His ability to rebound. I think last game, I want to say he had 9. I could be wrong here. But that's the stuff we're looking for. And he's a freshman. He just wants to learn, right? Like he comes in all the time. Hey, what can I do? What can I do? So his ability to be coachable is awesome.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Nice outfit today too. I like your outfit.
Oh, I appreciate it. And
You mentioned his ear off the ball. Maybe that was a little purposeful. You had Jordan on the ball a little bit. Conte.
Yeah, we've tried to do it the last couple games, moving him around. We got some other guys that can handle it, so we wanted to, it's hard when the ball's in your hands all the time. Then you're guarding maybe the other team's best player too, or point guard. So we wanted to move some things around. We've done that the last probably week and a half, so it was good.
Yeah, were you not quite comfortable taking the ball out of his hands first?
No,
weeks?
we have great confidence in these guys. It's just, I think him and I developed a relationship. He's starting to think how I think, and he'll look at me and we'll be like, yep, that's what I was going to call. So that kind of stuff. So now it's not a trust factor. It's just more of, hey, now we got to get some more guys in there to get him moving off the ball a little bit.
Coach, DJ Gordon, you kind of helped bring him to Penn State when he first got there. What was it kind of like to see him tonight?
So he was there before I got there.
Right before,
So he was
okay.
right there. I've watched him, a team final guy. I got to talk to him a couple minutes before the game. He's a great young man. I wished him all the best. I said I root for him every night except today. But he's talented. Like he is super talented. Watching him on film, and credit to Bloomsburg. Right, it's hard to come into this type of atmosphere, man. They did a good job. They were physical. They tried to attack right away. Coach Vested in his 2nd year, he's going to do really good things. I mean, you got Jake Nelson on their team, who's I think top 20 in any Division 1, 2, or 3 in rebounding. Like, he's averaging a double-double. I think that's something. And then Louis Wild, like, I've watched him play at Roman Catholic. Like, they got really good pieces. The kid Castillo coming off the bench have been playing really well. So he's doing a really good job there.
And speaking of Nelson, you guys kind of held him in check tonight. What do you think went into that?
Man, 10 rebounds, 8 points, 1 assist, a steal. Our definition of held him in check's a little different, but I thought Sam Hoffman was really good early. I think he's a guy that sometimes you leave a game and you kind of forget, but I think he had 10 and 8. His physicality, his defense, like, that's what he brings. So I thought he did a great job setting the tone early.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
There you go.